the funeral. There are
Odin.
whispers that the former king was a follower of Odin, or at least, like,
We need to sing to Odin. I haven't sung to Odin yet.
Azildan's
Alright,
been
sing
kind
away.
of keeping to himself during all of this, maybe hunting down orc in the region, or maybe any signs of Fomori.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to go to Azildan for a moment.
Okey-doke.
Plot twist. Something good happens.
You heard whispering as you were hunting, like, kind of came off from the side.
Perception check.
They deserve it.
Oh, you bloody well know they deserve it. Who said that? Question is, do you?
Vengeance is mine. It crows. You you keep on hearing like the things that you would say when killing is justified. Like whisper from the
Okay.
left, from the right, from above. Ravens, kind of. Are they carrying these words to you? You hear a crunch in the snow behind you that you think was deliberate. It was definitely a footfall, and immediately you just freeze. Something, capital S, is behind you.
Like, got the jump on me?
Yeah, you don't know how. If you'd like me to roll a die to see if it actually occurred.
No, it's fine to just say it occurred.
Watch my eyes. It occurred.
Okay.
He's better than you.
So this is the hero. Interesting. Why are you fighting for them? You hear this voice, and the voice seems to be coming from the trees, from the ravens, and you just know that there's a presence behind you. It's about 20 feet behind you.
I fight for who I choose to fight for. Why would I not fight for them?
You are making choices? Those shackles allow you to make choices?
They most certainly do.
It's an interesting stick you have there. I'm also in the market for a weapon.
Well, this particular weapon's been
Oh,
claimed already.
I don't want yours. But what I do want, Hunter, is for you to get me a weapon of my own.
And why would I do that?
Because it's been ordained that I'll survive this. My father is gonna die to the wolf's jaws. And my brother, while he's going to slay the great serpent that gnaws at Yggdrasil's root, he will take 9 steps and die. Yet, I'm the one who's gonna kill the wolf. I will have my vengeance, finally. And when he says the word vengeance, has Azildan ever wanted vengeance before? Yes. He says the word, and all the feelings of you getting vengeance and all those that have wronged you just sort of boils up to the surface.
Okay.
Spent 2 years hunting weird halfling mobsters for some reason.
We can help each other. Azildan.
You sound like Loki.
Fuck that guy.
Really?
I'm not Loki. Loki's not one of us. I'm Odin's son. The one they don't talk about. 'Cause I only come around when the real things that need to be done are done. They're done at night. They're done not in the light of day. They're done, and then the gods retreat to their drinking halls to try to forget. I am vengeance.
Well, if I should come across a weapon worthy of you, I'll be sure to pass it along.
Not good enough. I need the tooth of something truly immense. And I hear there's a world out there where monsters greater than the titan you just slew, great beasts, roam. And great hunters go there from this little human empire to hunt them. You should go there. Pale Archer. You should go there. I think you might find another one of your sticks.
Okay, well that piqued his interest.
Well,
Do these great beasts have monstrous humanoids amongst their descriptions? Because I could use some great giant monstrous humanoid bits. Uker would be down to hunt some
they
of
have
those things.
kaiju.
I don't know, some of them.
Descriptive.
kaiju. Oh god.
Do you know what world he's talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I'm so eager to go there.
I don't! What's this crap?
What? You have no idea.
Does Azildan know?
Zildan doesn't know. Mark
Okay,
knows, though.
but he did say human empire, so
Yes.
he kind of knows Midwick's sort of story.
Midway
Yes.
knows. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, he's going to ask.
cost you a pretty penny.
The Empire
Find-
beat Jurassic Park for some reason?
Find your little splinter, and you'll find the beast whose teeth I want to make the spear that will slay a wolf, that will slay all wolves.
Rest assured, my chains let me reach that far.
Oh, funny you mentioned chains. If you happen to come across the other bindings the gods used to trick Fenris. Well, obviously, the third one he's still wearing. But the second one, big chains. I'd be interested in those as well. I know someone who you know who should probably be wearing them.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about there.
I fucking hate wolves.
Just be aware, my friend's getting rid of that, so...
It was good meeting you, Azildan. Pale Archer. One day the Skalds will write about how Vidar and Azildan conspired in the woods. And you'd hear ravens kind of disappearing. The presence is gone behind you.
Yeah, needs a bitch slapping.
and Azildan exhales.
So you've met
I need to change my
Vidar,
pants.
one of Odin's sons, if you believe him.
Well, yeah, that's what he claims. Azildan's like,
What the hell kind of character is that?
I actually have to ask a real priest about
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Is that a D?
Yeah, it's a D. Yeah, anglicized, it is like this.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those like male female thing. We get Pathfinder Kaiju
Foxfire,
are
is it?
stronger than the Trask. Oh, good. That's good because the Trask is a big chump right now. We'd beat the Trask's ass.
Beat him to it. Beat him like he was a kitten.
Okay. So then this group, so Lemio then goes to Yggdrasil to check on things.
Yeah.
In Yggdrasil, you find orcs, but you find the same kind of encampments of orcs. It looks like a lot of orcs have withdrawn up Yggdrasil because
What's
it's
the weather
better,
like?
it's better hunting on Yggdrasil than it is on these wintry worlds. Yggdrasil's weather, however, is also beginning to grow cold, although it seems to be much slower than the seasons on the worlds themselves.
Did Donovan do his dreamy thing?
Not yet. I thought you
Or
said
is-
you wanted to go in to go check out how much damage
Okay,
has been
yeah.
done to the. So you
Yeah.
you had gone while Altagar was managing his kingdom or kind of getting
Okay,
used to
cool.
it. You had
Cool.
you'd birded your way over into Yggdrasil. You're checking out. Okay, the orcs have made a bit of a mess here, but it's nothing that the great tree itself couldn't recover from. You get the sense that winter is coming to Yggdrasil as well, although it's much slower. A lot of Yggdrasil's leaves are starting to yellow. Like maybe it's autumn. The temperature is much cooler. Yggdrasil does go through seasons, but it's not quite the same way that the other worlds do. Or did we establish that it goes through the same seasons?
They all have the same seasons.
Okay.
They're all
Let's
synced.
back up. Then it's winter. Winter has definitely come to Yggdrasil, and it's cold. It
Does
should
my
be autumn
presence
right
here-
now, and winter has not subsided.
Quick question. I have the Plant Bringer mythic ability.
Yep.
Does that affect the trees when I'm here?
It affects the trees that grow on Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is so big that you'd have to go to a really heavily damaged area to actually see.
Right, because I remember this because when I had some like twigs in me or whatever from a bad teleport, let's just not get into it. They were growing really fast.
So this is called Plant Bringer. Plant.
Yeah, they get healing that's equal to my tier. Fast healing equal
Is
to my
this
tier.
okay? This is a Hierophant ability. Fast healing. Yeah. Yggdrasil's got infinite hit points, so you're fast healing.
No, I was wondering if it's healing faster than normal. That's what I was really wondering.
It's hard to tell. You'd have to get down through the topsoil and then to the bark. You can tell in some places that you are actually seeing Yggdrasil's bark, but its bark is basically
knows?
dead skin.
Yeah. Okay. I greater teleport to the area not right in front of the gate, but further out by like a mile.
Okay. The portal back to Vosgard. Your heart sinks when you see it. You see the scarring of Yggdrasil. 1,000 giants with axes for days and days and days mined Yggdrasil at this spot. They also piled great piles of wood in the river and kind of dammed it up like a beaver dam.
Okay.
And the water is now pouring not through the way it should have, but pouring into this massive scar that they left and kind of dribbling off the sides of Yggdrasil. Like they actually diverted the river's flow.
Okay.
Remy says you're welcome.
Hate you. Da, 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 da.
There are some hill giants that are lingering around. You get the sense that they're stragglers in some great army, but they could have been the same hill giants or part of the same giants that were at Grudhog, where Chief Go was, the second daughter of Grenseldic.
Okay.
You can hear the giants. They're talking about some boar that they killed a week ago and complaining that the meat tastes funny.
I want to get an estimate of how I would fix this.
Give me a knowledge planes or a knowledge nature, whichever is higher.
Okay. Knowledge nature and knowledge planes. I'll go with planes, sir. And I'm gonna add a D8.
Yeah, but the meat doesn't taste good anymore.
Fuck.
But
120s.
But I did the right thing. I put it in that stuff over there. You're supposed to bury it underneath the ground, not put it in pig shit.
And they start to get pushy about why the meat's crawling.
Good times.
Is it supposed to be green?
Says one giant. So you're like looking at portal stuff as a little bird while these giants are arguing over why meat is gone rotten.
Yeah. Now, is the meat is there something wrong with the meat? Is it rotting faster than usual or something?
No,
or?
they're fucking
just
stupid,
idiots.
and
Got it.
they're playing with old meat. What did you roll total? 27?
27.
There are signs that Yggdrasil is slowly healing. You would guess that it would be several hundred years before Yggdrasil healed the wound that was created on its own.
So, dam up
you
the
also-
area that was diverted.
You also have You have a quick way of fixing this.
Okay. Are you gonna tell me what it is? Because I have an idea of how to fix this.
Okay, what's your idea?
Well, I think you're referring to the nut.
Yep.
You're referring to the nut on Vosgard.
Yep.
Is there a way for me to blast through the wood and repair the what's it called? Blast through the wood and repair the place where the river is running off?
No, that's
Dam
actually
that up?
the place where they mined. By also breaking the tree, they also interrupted the flow of the river. And then they clogged up the hole where the portal was.
So it's gone.
Physically, it's damaged. Yggdrasil could heal. There are signs with your 27 that it is slowly healing, or like it's kind of scarred over, and it might heal on its own. You standing near the plants near there, like even you climbing down into this massive scar, maybe if you kind of pressed yourself up against the side, it would slowly heal, but faster. But we're still talking, you're guessing, decades of you sitting in the hole.
Yeah, plant growth and all that crap. So what I'm guessing is that portal is closed, and just breaking it out, like the Yig has to naturally do it.
Yig can naturally heal damage done to it over time.
Okay, so Lemmy is going to be using the nut in Vosgard.
Okay.
And by the way, question. Do I see any materials that can be used to craft a rod to Yig?
Yes, you've got a massive scar that is exposing the underbark and wood of Yggdrasil.
But it has to be metal?
Ironwood.
That's actually an awesome idea.
That's what I'm here for.
You know that you could take advantage of, while it's normally not a thing you would go and do yourself, you might be able to take advantage of Yggdrasil's wood being exposed. Like its inner pulp and stuff.
Now the question is, would Lemmy... Is that... I mean, it's already here. I'm neutral. Yig's neutral. I'm neutral good. but that's the thing, right? Would Lemmy do that? Because that's something I can do, but would I do that? Were there...
Give me a knowledge religion.
Fail.
You're kind of asking, is this against the tenet of my...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your god doesn't give a fuck, dude.
30.
The Stematon.
Your god, you know, is more of a force of nature than something that quibbles over minor moralities.
I take some bark, baby.
Okay. You're pretty sure if you did this damage to the Yggdrasil, it'd probably cut off its connection, almost like a reaction towards pain. You digging around and I'm assuming you're not mining it. You're taking like a handful.
Yeah.
Okay. You were able to collect some splinters of Yggdrasil. Even a bundle of sticks would probably be feasible.
And I could use
Attacked
that.
by Yiggian druids in that orc army. Like,
Yeah.
God, give a fuck.
Yeah. You don't care.
Well,
Gotta be more
the
selective,
orcs have
buddy.
been using Yggdrasil apparently to go to other worlds for quite some time.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll take some, and
Okay, mark down. You've got a bundle of sticks and wood chips from Yggdrasil.
is this under material because it still has to be made into a rod? Correct.
Yeah, if that's your plan for fashioning, sure.
Yes. Okay, so
And then which
sticks-
branch is this from? Do you remember which branch this is on?
This is the
fourth branch of Yggdrasil. Okay, make sure you mark that down too. That's important.
Yep, 6 in pulp from Ygg's 4th branch.
Lemio realizes that he's a quick teleport away from Stemma Glen.
Yes. Is this cool if I do that?
Yes, it's cool if you do that.
I'm saying, did you plan for it?
Is Lemio going alone or is he going with friends? That's just basically my.
Oh, shit! I need Donovan.
Good call. Good call.
Teleport back, cross the barrier, head to.
Okay,
Altagar.
so yeah, they're about ready to this point to go to the Fomori Kingdom, but you decide you're going to go take a quick jaunt to Stemma Glen.
Yeah.
And the Lemio, you teleport to Stemma Glen, and
Yeah.
you expected people to be on the inside of Stemma Glen, but you could see that there are like animals, pack animals, people packing things up. The place where people are coming in and out of Stemma Glen isn't in the same spot anymore. It's like closer to the center of where Stemma Glen would be.
What's the population size?
We created a sheet for this.
Going back and forth teleporting like old video games. Ah, damn, I need to max out my herbs.
1,300 gnomes and about 100 others plus visitors.
So 1,500 or so.
Donovan, does he recognize, like, mythal magic when he sees it?
Yeah, give me a knowledge planes.
Okay, because this is very elf-like for you gnomes. Where did you find the manual? 28.
You doubt it's a mythal, but it might be a spell that it's like a demiplane, like a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Mythals can be pocket dimensions, but they're not mutually like.
It's
not
the two
necessarily.
circles don't completely overlap in the Venn
Exactly.
diagram.
Yep.
So you.
But yeah, these gnomes. It looks like they're like moving stuff out of the pocket dimension, and they're giving Lemmy the stink eye when he arrives with his companions. You do not get a warm welcome.
Altagar just
Some-
assumed
well,
it's
no,
'cause he
I-
showed up with a misshapen giant. I realized too fond of the third hand, apparently.
No, it's me. It's me. They're not happy with. Or my cousin, and because of that, me.
What did you do?
It wasn't me, damn it. It was frickin' Remy. Why can't you remember him? Damn it! It looks like this. It's a horrible scribble, kind of looks like.
I don't know who that is, but I'm betting it doesn't look like that.
Frickin'.
Lemmy.
Yeah. I need to find the high priests and druids here.
All right.
I need to find the leaders here.
Do you remember the name of the redheaded woman that you left behind to look after?
Yeah.
One. It was supposed to be the one that Azzy was doing stuff with extracurriculars and screwed it up. Ugra's real upset about it.
I like how your characters are so concerned with the love lives of Janica was her name.
Janica. That's it.
And then we need a DieDragonDie. Oh my goodness, this is going way back.
Only be named Red until we remember. Yeah, it's not bad.
Stemaglen.
The token was the
Yeah, you know nothing, John.
You know, just that Firefly is the one I think I remember from.
No, there we go.
That's her.
I'm on the conversation layer. I'm grabbing a few. I remember that she had a familiar called, or her father had a familiar called Owl, or like an animal companion called Owl. So
Owl.
Wasn't my grandfather?
Yeah, he died. He died in Dvergholm.
Yeah.
Then you brought her here because you were afraid that Azildan would hunt her down in his vampiric state.
Yeah.
Can't leave things undone!
And then DieDragonDie?
Oh, Azildan's gonna use his compass thing. Plays here too.
Okay.
Because if any plane's gonna have a stick on it,
Yeah,
it's a giant tree.
Yggdrasil, it does not give off any sense when you're on this particular spot. In having quick conversation with Lemmy and Donovan about this place, you know that each of the branches of Yggdrasil is considered a different plane. So you're on the 4th branch right now. And I can't seem to find token for DieDragonDie. Did we create one? I'm pretty sure we did.
Oh, we did.
Backstory,
No,
Lemmy.
We did.
Maybe I'm just not spelling it right.
Lemmy, dude.
Do you want me to talk to these people who don't like you?
They really don't like
Would you
you.
rather I just walked on the other side of the road?
Their eyeballs stabbing you, man. In the face.
Where did you send those 3 trolls?
They were just by the. Oh god, I think they were just by the area where the Titan was pulled out, and they were just hanging out there.
You know what? I don't think we created a token for Gemma because I'm not.
I don't think we did. She was never part of an encounter. She was just part of role playing.
There was lots of
You didn't want to create an encounter with me.
Ahmed did the
Yeah.
mutual scry thing where they would scry on each other to talk, and it was awesome.
Until he stopped doing it.
Until he stopped doing it.
I'm
Remy came.
Okay, so Lemio, you've returned home, and you see that a number of people that you have left behind long ago. This is years ago.
Nut butter.
Are nearby, including Nut and Butter. They seem
together.
they seem to have come to your village. Your old buddy Grady O'Goonigan, Shay Shan, and Sabin Greenkeeper, and his little Leshy army.
Yeah, man.
Well, if it's not the traitor!
Easy, fellas. It wasn't me. I haven't been. Last time I was here, we dropped off Janica. The one that did what Normal Crown said was my cousin. Wasn't me.
Did you bring Dinkinder with you, Lemmy?
Yeah.
Okay. Janica is actually there. She turns around. Azildan, it's a shot in your heart for several reasons. One, you kind of remember that you had feelings for her in this life before your unlife. 2, she's wearing your bow slung over her back. And 3, she's wearing, stitched into her clothing as well as a holy symbol of Meliki.
Awful!
She looks at Lemmy and her face goes cross, but then she sees Azildan and it is actually startled. Like she takes a stumbling step backwards.
He's
Azildan's kind
been
of got
flexed.
the deer in the headlights look right now too. Probably. Like,
Yep.
He's been relax. Azildan's human again. Well, he's not a vampire anymore. We fixed that.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
It wasn't me, Frank. I wasn't even here.
Putting DieDragonDie through that,
What?
and then
Where is she?
and then stealing the seed.
That
Where's
wasn't me.
Crown?
Yes, where's Crown? No Crown!
Yeah, right about that.
Donovan is thinking about
I'm
sneaking
like-
over to this side and just sort of like looking at Lemmy from the other.
I'm like, Donovan.
Hello. Hello.
My diplomat.
There are a bunch of gnomes that are skittering back into the pocket dimension. You get the sense that the pocket dimension is shrinking, and the space that it's taking up outside is much less. You'd have to look inside as to see the true destruction, but
Unfortunately, there has been many challenges in recent times. I am a friend of Lemmy's, and I have met Gnarl Crown. There was an issue with Titan. Hello. The important thing is that we have a way to get you to safety.
Thing.
Lemmy had a plan. We fought alongside Gnarl Crown against a mighty Titan, and won, but not before Gnarl Crown gave himself in defense of the new Gnarl Crown.
and now the gnomes are all like, "Gnarl Crown's dead! No!" This kind of ripples through all of the gathering of the 40 or so gnomes that are outside of Stemaglen.
Donovan is going to use a major image to create.
Says one old woman pointing at Lemmy.
Azildan's just pulling his bow off his shoulder, kind of like, if this goes bad.
No.
Ozzy, no.
The grandma is allowed to beat you for like 3 minutes before that, which is 30 rounds before you're allowed to do anything, and your bow's not on the list. Donovan is going to cast a major image to show the battle of the stones.
Okay. More and more gnomes are coming out, including some of the remaining leaders of Stemaglen. This is High Sapper Yolo Laurels, the male gnome cleric, and Silver Sprout the squirrel friend, the female gnome druid, who are basically...
Such an awesome name. Play Silver Sprout the squirrel.
Yovane gnome friend, who is a Voslandic human druid, also comes out. He's got gray hair. Looks like he may have been an adventurer in his days. There is a curious woman that also comes out, or that is in a hut nearby, and she just nods to Lemio. She doesn't seem to be hostile towards him. Her hut seems to be built up in a tree nearby Stemaglen, and it's covered in thousands and thousands of strands of yarn. Like it's a yarn spun like treehouse.
I'm glad to see you've moved closer.
Oh, yes, Lemmy. You were able to mend old fences. Fences, she says.
Good to hear.
There's something about her mouth that you don't like. Like she's got too much jowl. Like there's too much space in her cheeks.
I will not focus my attention.
Too excited.
We will show the Titan.
Okay.
We will show the fight.
Oh, no. No.
We will show Gnarl Crown get absolutely
Brain splintered.
No, there's much gnashing and wailing and the old grandmother gnome is, why did you do something? Still pointing at Lemmy.
We will zoom in because cinematography. We will zoom in on the Gnarl Crown and Lemmy at the last little
Is it like a Zack Snyder 360 rotation in slow motion kind of thing.
Make it look like he liked me.
You need to spend ranks in illusion photography.
If you allow, I will put ranks in illusion photography.
It's almost like a craft. It would be like a perform. Perform illusion is probably a very interesting skill.
I'm a bard, and
Awesome.
I will put ranks in that.
Done.
I trust you, Kenny. I trust you. Kenny's sending me links. I'm gonna look. I am gonna look at the link though first. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is this yours? I'll share this with the. That's awesome. A red-headed archer, woman.
That's basically her,
Yep.
actually.
Yep.
Cool.
Neat.
Nice. Very nice. I like. It's my sister.
And then we pull back to the fight,
Okay.
and we go all the way through to we've got the coup de grace in there,
Lemmy's crying when he sees it again. He's
and
crying when he sees Knockround. He didn't get a chance to do that.
Okay.
Now that he sees it,
Oberon's intervention to protect the druid magic.
Oh. No butters, no nuts.
This is a time for renewal and regrowth. Null Crown was saying something in his last breath, and it should have been to assign a new Null Crown.
You
What
have
is a
much.
title?
You have much explaining to do.
Give me a diplomacy. Give me a perform check and then a diplomacy check. It sounds like you were narrating as this was going on.
Yes.
So give me an oratory perform check.
An oratory perform. I guess I substitute an I've got sing, I don't have oratory, so I'll just do a
Charisma check.
Charisma check?
I'll
Yep.
just do the charisma check. Alright, I'm going to do a charisma check. And I'll roll a mythic
D8 that.
point. 44.
Wow. That's not even.
45. Oh no,
Okay.
44. Sorry, yeah, I'm an idiot.
And then a diplomacy check.
And then my diplomacy check. 62. Your new king!
Sorry, Lemmy.
The new crown! Now!
All right, so they're not immediately lynching Lemmy. They are all very sad at Gnarlcrown's demise. Some of the there are a few older male gnomes that go over and like they're nodding to Altagar, like it's obviously a bad foe, and you're the one that
Put it down.
put it down and then sacrificed afterwards. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Some other plain Ukr's going, come on!
Janica says to Lemio, "If you upset her in her condition, I will." And then she gets distracted by Azildan staring at her. You.
What?
What are you doing here?
I'm just following my friends.
Just following your... How long has he been back? Well, you weren't following him when he was here last, that's for sure.
Well, no, he was up to no good, apparently.
She does not
throw
like
the
this answer. She
stick
does not find that charming. She glances towards Donovan and looks at to where the illusions have now died off. Nut and Butter are crying, and apparently they're complaining about how none of that was buttery or nutty.
Actually, Lemmy still has some of their. He has 2 jars of theirs. I still have 2 jars of their. I go and give it to them.
What?
They seem confused when you're presenting gifts they gave you long ago.
You didn't like it?
I've only been sharing it with kings and special people. If you miss your flavor so much, have some here.
They're crying. One of them can't help but dip his fingers in and
Donovan's just shaking his head a little bit, like, oh.
There are two that have come out and are now confronting Lemmy directly. This is Silver Sprout and High Sappa. Lemmy, we have much to discuss. I don't have tokens for them because...
Yeah, that's cool.
We have much to discuss. Yes, we are most disappointed. They want to pull Lemmy off to the side. When in the next group of gnomes that comes out of the pocket dimension of Stemaglen into Yggdrasil, two gnomes going to stand off to the side, and you see Gemadri. Her golden locks sprung, kind of tied up into braids, all down her hair. She's got a nice dress on, with a bulge in her belly.
That mother.
What do you do, Lemmy? Lemmy, what do you do?
Lemmy, she says, you're home. And despite the looks, despite the looks of hurt and betrayal and even anger towards Lemmy, Gemadri comes running towards Lemmy and... You're back!
I am. For
Did you...
For now, yes.
Isn't it wonderful, Lemmy? She takes her hand and puts your hand on her belly.
Fuck you, Mark.
I didn't actually do anything. She's not real.
She's not real.
I freaked your girlfriend. God damn it!
Isn't it wonderful?
How far along is she?
She's showing.
Okay. Are you alright? Is the child well?
Well, It wasn't you, was it? Tell me it wasn't you. Lemmy, we need to speak to you now, says Yorl.
He kisses her on the forehead. It wasn't, but I'll raise it as mine.
She looks a little stunned and confused, but by default, she loves you, so...
Quite a charm you got there.
Well, Lemmy's charisma's through the roof.
So, yeah, he's...
And apparently there's nothing that in her mind that it wasn't Lemmy.
She might be mythic. If she has the tiniest drop of mythic, then she doesn't get used, like, she bypasses that stupid save or forget bullshit.
Make her a follower.
Okay,
No,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, Stan.
Or maybe she's growing something mythic.
It wasn't
High
me, Stan.
Sapper, Ural Laurels, and Silver Sprout want to talk to Lemmy off to the side. In fact,
Lemmy
they
was
want to go
thinking-
into Stemaglen with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
High droppers of mythic. Little drops.
Lemmy goes into, oh yeah, it's shrunk. Entire buildings look like they are being smashed as the pocket dimension is slowly caving into itself. Like all around the edges of Stemaglen are just like plowed fields, not like plowed in the proper way, but like fields with the topsoil is just kind of falling over itself. Buildings are all kind of collected and smashed. You actually had to go through a little tunnel of like debris to get into the rest of Stemaglen. You can see things are being packed up and mule trains and deer are being used as mounts or beasts of burden. Stores are obviously being like stored.
Is it winter
and
here?
Packed in Stemaglen? No. In the cold wilds of Yggdrasil? Yes.
Fuck.
They bring you to the center hall, which is at the center of the plane, and things have changed here. The ground is all chewed up. It looks like some of the Some of the statuary and the stonework has fallen over. Some of the plant things have died. You can see that the chair is exposed. The chair where the tendrils come out and kind of attach to whoever's sitting in the chair. That's, like, open.
Lemmy,
Uh-huh.
tell us
Let
you
me-
have it. Tell us you have the seed.
This
I
is
don't
Silver
have the
Sprout.
seed. I don't have the seed. Nalkran told me what happened.
What you mean,
here.
Nalcrown told you what happened, says Yorl. Give us the seed!
I don't have the seed. I never took the seed. It was my cousin that took it. Last time I was here, I was with... I
Your
brought,
cousin? Your cousin's been long gone from this place. Last time we
last
saw
time I
him,
was
he was
here.
with you.
Last time I was here, I brought Janica. That was it. Haven't been back
Yorl
since.
goes, no, I don't think that was last time. Didn't we send him somewhere? I could have swore he was here. I remember there were two, and your cousin's name is Remy.
Right. He's been masquerading as me for a while now. He betrayed... The White Wizard had brought him along with the rest of us, and he betrayed us, and he ran for it. And during that time, he did everything he used to do as a child, only now he has more power.
Yes.
He looked...
Didn't we send one of your family members to Radahan? Was that Remy?
Right, that was. And for good reason, too.
I wonder if your relative would know. That is the one. Wait, who are we talking about again?
He's very hard to keep a grasp on.
Do you have the seed? She says.
Ah, for oops. No, I don't have the seed.
Do you know where it is? Where did you put it?
Forget the seed. It's gone. I don't know who has it. I never took it. Tell me, is everyone prepared to go?
Not right now, but the way that Snimmerglen is shrinking, it won't last. It won't last the rest of the season.
Do you have any plans?
We were going to strike out and try to find a good place.
What do you know of Vosgard?
Osgard? That's the violent place that you went to.
Unfortunately, it's true. But I do know of a pocket. I do know of an inner dimension in there called the Sleeping Knot, and I've got access to it.
Why should we trust you? Are you saying that it wasn't you that stole it? Are you
Yes.
saying that there's some sort of shapeshifter amongst us?
I don't think he's here anymore. He usually leaves after he steals everything. If I had anything... If I had taken everything that I wanted, why would I be back?
It's not the only thing that you stole or the shapeshifter did.
Yeah, I'm aware. Just don't tell her, alright? I'll...
Silver Sprout's just giving you this stink eye.
Diplomacy? I'll cast the Zone of Truth and say it again.
Okay. They are willing to let you, in fact, they can cast their own spells. The priest, which is Ural Laurel's, cast Discern Lies. Do you resist?
No.
Okay. They do interrogate you and eventually believe that... Give me a diplomacy check as well. I'll give you...
Okay.
+4. 2 from Donovan. 2 from your willingness to subject yourself to spells.
36. 40.
We believe you, although it is difficult. This doppelganger was able to mimic you quite well.
That's his ability.
Who?
The one that is hard to remember, my cousin. The one that did this.
Let's just call him Shapeshifter.
Fair enough. That's what he is. An evil one of that.
Okay, they seem to be convinced that it's a shapeshifter. They have a hard time remembering Remy's name.
Right. So we need to make plans. I have a way. So here's the current situation. Yig's connection to Vosgard's been broken by an army of giants. However, I still do have this. Pulls the net out. Nah.
Your grandfather's nut.
Right. Where's Gramps?
Your family is safe.
Good. Oh, by the way, Marty, did Nalkran want to get resurrected or not?
You didn't do it. You buried him.
Okay, fuck it then.
He's a tree. That's how you resurrect a tree. You take it,
He's
you
gone.
stick it in the ground,
Give
you
it
wait.
30, give it 300 years and it'll be that size again.
You should call him dramatic pause. You shall not be named. Copyright TM. Yeah.
Right, so, yes, I do have it. So I will plant this in Yig. I will plant this in Vosgard. Find out where it comes out on Yig. And then we'll make our path through there.
How did you get here if the connection was broken?
I went to Nalburn. From Nalburn I used
Melbourne.
that.
They nod. There are many druids on Melbourne, are there not?
Right, that's where we fought.
Should we not go there?
There are orcs there now. And there's a threat from humans called the Empire. And it's... There is no pocket dimension there. There's no protection from the elements. There's protection in the sleeping knot, though. Because nothing can enter unless they have a key. And the key resides with one of my friends.
What did the Zode father say?
Regarding what?
Us going to Nelbrin.
I didn't ask him.
Well, Nalkran was supposed to.
I was thinking taking to Vosgard. Nalkran, when I mentioned Vosgard to him, he wanted to take a look at it first. Before deciding. He's considering it.
If the Zode father is on Nalbrin, Nalkran was of the opinion that we should go to Nalbrin, where there are druids who would invite us to live amongst them. Are there no safe places on Nalbrin?
It's going to be a battleground for the gods. Along with Vosgard. But not in the pocket dimension that I have, that we found.
Alright. Give me one more diplomacy check as you're trying to convince them to change their plans.
That's sad, entertaining the children and trying to keep everybody from crying and going, oh my god, she's pregnant! Pregnant!
30. 30.
Baby!
Are the
What I-
druids on Vosgard?
There are, but there is, and on Nalburn there is a limit to the level of the circle of spell you can use. If you don't know that already,
Okay.
on Vosgard there isn't.
Except for places of power, says Yolo.
True, there's only one,
Gnarlcrown told us.
right? There's only actually there's multiple ones. One for druids, and I believe there's one for arcane casters, and there's another island, but that's what it is.
Okay, they're listening to you. They know only what Gnarlcrown told them. They've never
Would
been
you
there.
like? Would you like? If you would like, I can transport a few of you to take a look at this place, the Sleeping Knot, and you can decide.
Yeah, so we did start Demon Watch, and we kind of do that one on the side. That one started off as a lower level campaign, and then this one, because we had played a bunch of campaigns that seemed to end around 14th or 15th, I promised the players a campaign that would go to Epic. So as you could see, probably in the last, I don't know, 10 or 20 games, I've been amping up there's an escalation that is happening that we're moving towards. And the escalation might be gods stalking the battlefield, smiting everything in their path, including each other.
We saved Azzy from hell, and a bunch of demons popped out, and we shat on them. It wasn't even close. We just
Bad
wrecked them.
demon,
the
get
devils,
back
right.
in there.
Devils, sorry, the devils
Is that
popped
a
out.
pit fiend? Kill it.
Thing. It looks
So
like a bit fiend. What is it now?
yeah, you can tell there's a
Sludge?
bit of an escalation happening here. Yeah, it's definitely a different feel. I agree, Kenny.
So,
But yes, I do a low level in-person game that's not streaming. That's the one that I've been doing the occasional summary for, and they are low level. I think they started at first. They're at third. It's like the 8th game, and half the table is completely new to role-playing games, and it's really interesting to see them develop tactics and try to figure out that
do they have a rogue, like a proper rogue?
the NPC is a rogue.
Why do you
Okay.
So the NPC has diarrhea, can't go adventuring this day. Confront them with a locked door and see what they do.
Barbarian rage.
Yeah, the Dukes of Hell should tremble in their boots when the 21st level characters come a knocking. Luckily, you could just scale the third ed. You could just scale. You could just keep
Just
on
get
adding
in class
numbers.
levels.
Yep.
He's the Duke of Hell, who's champion barbarian mud wrestler.
We would very much like to see it.
Right, then
But you understand
I
that
shall
we're not going
find-
to send both of us with you.
all right. Fair enough.
Silver Sprout will go.
Choose someone and come with. I have to find my friend, and then we'll travel to the place. And we'll see it.
Okay. So they basically were going to send Silver Sprout with you.
Okay. I'm gonna go and find.
We want the Squirrel Duke, or whatever her name was. Squirrel Friend.
Yeah, Silver Sprout, Squirrel Friend.
That is, oh, perfect. Good. Yes!
She's the druid.
So-
She has a higher survivability if things go wrong. She turns into an animal and runs
She
away.
turns into a freaking squirrel and infects half.
So let me. Scheiße. It's gonna be a ride to get there and a ride to get back. All right. Is this considered, Marty, a material plane?
It is its own pocket dimension.
Okay, so I should be able to get to Vosgard right away.
Yep.
With a plane shift.
Yep.
Now coming back here, it means go to Nalburn, pop through another greater teleport, and then the greater teleport. Okay.
So yeah, you can teleport around because Lemmy's like the travel druid and that sort of thing.
Right.
are you spending any more time in Stemaglen, or are you now trying to figure out where to bring the people from Stemaglen, including your
yes,
including your love and your family? Your family still lives here.